Before Atlantis vanished beneath the sea, before the legendary Trojan War, before the myths of Hercules and Perseus echoed across Greece, there was another war. A war so devastating that it reshaped kingdoms, destroyed civilizations, and may have sealed the fate of the greatest empire the ancient world had ever imagined. Most people know the Amazons as the homeland of Wonder Woman, and Atlantis as the underwater kingdom ruled by Aquaman. But long before comic books transformed them into superheroes, ancient historians told a far darker story. One of conquest, betrayal, and unimaginable destruction. This forgotten conflict was recorded over 2,000 years ago by the Greek historian Diodorus Siculus, who claimed to preserve traditions from civilizations even older than classical Greece. According to his account, the Amazons were not originally from Greece. Their kingdom flourished in North Africa, near the mysterious Lake Tritonis, at a time when Atlantis stood as the most powerful civilization on Earth. This is their story. Before history was written on stone tablets, a warrior queen rose from the deserts and fertile plains of North Africa. Her name was Marina. Unlike ordinary rulers, Marina was both feared and admired. She was a brilliant military strategist whose ambitions stretched far beyond the borders of her homeland. Under her command stood one of the largest armies the ancient world had ever seen. 100,000 infantry, 30,000 cavalry, disciplined, relentless, and utterly fearless. These were no ordinary soldiers. They marched wearing armor fashioned from the skins of enormous serpents. They carried powerful bows that darkened the skies with arrows, heavy battle axes capable of splitting bronze armor, long spears designed to crush cavalry charges. Every warrior was trained from childhood. Every battle was fought with ruthless precision. City after city fell before them. Kingdom after kingdom surrendered. Soon the Amazons controlled nearly all of North Africa. But Queen Marina wanted more. Far to the west, beyond deserts and forests, lay the richest civilization anyone had ever known: Atlantis. Unlike later legends describing Atlantis as a magical underwater kingdom, the Atlantis described by Diodorus was a vast and wealthy empire stretching across islands and fertile coastlines beside the Atlantic Ocean. Its cities gleamed with magnificent temples. Its harbors overflowed with merchant ships. Its people mastered engineering, architecture, navigation, and trade. To neighboring civilizations, Atlantis seemed unstoppable. Yet even the greatest empire possessed a weakness.
To the east lived an enemy that had terrorized Atlantis for generations.
Gorgons. Not snake-haired monsters as later myths would portray them, but a fierce nation of highly skilled warriors. Their raids devastated Atlantis settlement. Entire villages disappeared. Desperate, the rulers of Atlantis searched for someone powerful enough to end the nightmare. Only one name inspired hope: Queen Marina. Atlantean ambassadors crossed the sea bearing priceless gifts: gold, silver, rare gemstones, exotic animals, and a proposal: if the Amazons destroyed the Gorgons, Atlantis would become their greatest ally. Queen Marina accepted. Her army marched east like an unstoppable storm. What followed became one of the bloodiest campaigns in ancient legend. Thousands died, then tens of thousands.
The Amazons crushed every fortress, destroyed every army that stood against them.
By the campaign's end, the Gorgon nation had been shattered. The survivors either fled into distant wilderness or surrendered completely. Atlantis had been saved. People celebrated Queen Marina as though she were a goddess sent from heaven.
Songs praised her victories. Queen Marina founded an enormous city near Lake Tritonis. She named it Marina. Then, in an extraordinary act of generosity, she gifted the city to her Atlantean allies.
Years passed. Trade flourished. The two empires grew richer than ever before. Yet beneath the surface, fear was spreading inside Atlantis. Its leaders began asking difficult questions. If the Amazons could destroy the Gorgons so easily, what could stop them from conquering Atlantis itself? Gradually, trust turned into suspicion. The ruling council secretly strengthened coastal fortresses. Military production increased. Promised tributes became smaller. Supplies meant for Amazon campaigns mysteriously disappeared. Then came the betrayal. The remaining Gorgon resistance launched a surprise uprising. Amazon armies rushed to suppress them. Atlantean troops had promised to fight beside them. Instead, during the fiercest moments of battle, entire Atlantean divisions withdrew, leaving Queen Marina's warriors surrounded. Thousands of Amazons were slaughtered. The survivors fought desperately to escape. For Queen Marina, this was not merely political deception. It was treachery written in blood. Atlantis had betrayed the very people who had saved it from destruction. There could be only one answer: war. Queen Marina gathered what remained of her veterans. Her speeches ignited fury throughout the Amazon kingdom. Now Atlantis would pay. The campaign began with astonishing speed. Amazon cavalry crossed vast distances in days rather than weeks. Before Atlantis understood what was happening, the first city was already under attack.
Its name, Cernae. The siege was swift and merciless. Wave after the wave of crashed against its defenses. Archers rained arrows over the walls. Battle axes shattered gates.
Once inside, the Amazons showed no mercy. Military defenders were executed. The city was consumed by flames. Its destruction sent shockwaves across the Atlantean world. This was not conquest. It was a warning. Cernae fell. Nothing could stop Marina's advance. One coastal city after another collapsed. Atlantean bronze armor proved too heavy against the speed of Amazon horsewomen. Supply lines vanished. Ports burned.
Merchant fleets were abandoned. Entire garrisons surrendered without fighting. The once proud empire that had dominated the Atlantic found itself retreating before an enemy that moved like wildfire.
Every victory strengthened Amazon morale. Every defeat shattered Atlantean confidence. Soon, only the mainland cities remained. Knowing resistance meant certain destruction, their rulers surrendered.
Queen Marina accepted, but her mercy came at a terrible price. Massive tribute, absolute loyalty, total submission. For a brief moment,
the Amazons stood at the height of their power. The greatest empire on earth had bowed before them. But victory often carries the seeds of defeat. Continuous warfare had exhausted the Amazon army. Their numbers were diminished. Their resources stretched thin. Far away, other kingdoms watched patiently, waiting. Then they struck.
From the northeast came the Thracians. From the vast Eurystheus, fresh armies poured into Amazon territory. Queen Marina personally led her warriors into battle once more. She fought as he always had at the front. According to ancient tradition, she died on the battlefield. With her death, the unity of the Amazon Empire collapsed. Provence rebelled.
Generals fought for power. The greatest kingdom ever ruled by the Amazons slowly disappeared into history. Yet an even stranger fate awaited Atlantis. Ancient traditions speak of terrifying natural disasters, violent earthquakes, the earth splitting apart, the sea rising without warning. Then came the final catastrophe.
Atlantic swallowed the island empire. Cities vanished beneath the enormous waves. Harbors disappeared forever. Palaces sank into the dark. Danger-ending disaster, Atlantis ceased to exist.
Today, the names of Queen Marina and the Atlanteans survive only in scattered fragments of ancient texts. Their once mighty empires have become myths, yet their story reminds us that history is often stranger than fiction. Whether this event truly happened, or whether it became the inspiration for later legends, no one knows. Today, the names of Queen Marina and the Atlanteans survive only in scattered fragments of ancient texts. Their once mighty empires have become myths, yet their story reminds us that history is often stranger than fiction.
What do you think happened?
Do the Amazons exist? Has anyone seen them? What about Atlantis? Do the people exist? Comment in the comments section.